That's nice.
Okay, we're going live right now. I should have mentioned that before.
Yes.
Cool. Here we are. Welcome everybody to the weekly live stream channeling session. If you're just tuning into YouTube now, I'm going to have the link posted there in a second. So, in just a moment. There's the link to join the Zoom room. It's the first in the comments. And below that is my email address for PayPal and my Venmo handle. If anybody wants to donate for this session, you're welcome. It supports me in continuing to offer this for free. Okay. So we do this every Thursday. It's a free offering to help everyone connect with their guides and connect with the wisdom Pleiadian Council offers. And every other Friday, there's a private group that meets, and it's also allowing us to explore things that we can't talk about on YouTube or on other social media platforms. So that requires pre-registration, and you can do that by emailing me, going to my website, dantestarshine.com. All of the information is there. And I also do one-to-one sessions and a channeling course that is scheduled to begin again in October. So if that's interesting to you at all, feel free to contact me and we can give you the details. So you can type into the YouTube chat box, or you can type into the Zoom box and we'll get the questions read aloud. Or if you want to go live and speak with or without the video, that helps to really go a lot deeper. And sometimes then the Pleiadian Council will ask questions in return to kind of explore deeper issues. So especially if your questions of a much more personal nature relating to situations that might be happening in your life, I encourage you to do that, as it'll bring a much clearer answer. Make sure that you mute yourself when you're in the Zoom room and you're not speaking. And other than that, I think I've kind of covered everything. Okay, great. So I can let the Pleiadian Council come through and hope you guys enjoy the interaction today. Hello, and I say once again, pleasant day to all of you. This moment of your time as the Pleiadian Council, it is a pleasure and honor to establish our contact with you in this way. We thank you for allowing these transmissions to take place as it supports your world and our world in our mutual expansion. So today we begin with a brief message, as we always do, before addressing some of your personal questions and sharings. And today we would like to let you know that this is truly the beginning. That, first of all, if you look at it from a metaphysical perspective, again, time is an illusion. What you consider the past and the future and all other parallel reality experiences, are occurring right here and now. With that understanding, you can open up to the idea that everything that is occurring right now is taking place for a reason, and it is serving your evolution if you choose to use it that way. You may see that there are difficulties in your world. You may see that in some senses, there is more fear than ever before has been expressed on your particular planet, in your lifetime at least. Though, look back at larger cycles and come to understand that your planet has been through, in some senses, much worse. And what is taking place right now is an entryway into a whole new way of being and living. This is the time at which everything changes in your world. If you accept and understand that humanity has been living from a mental plane, from the rational mind alone, thus allowing the values of the rational mind to trump the values of the heart, to beat them, to overcome them, and suppress them, you will see that your world has gotten to the place that it is at for that reason, and that you are all creating a new world when you allow the values of the heart, the energy of the heart, to become greater, more powerful, a more guiding force than the mind alone. That is what the new world is about, and you are creating the new world. When you really get the message that we and other beings like ourselves share about living from your heart and following your passion, that energy will fuel your life. It will lift you up to higher states of vibration, higher states of multidimensional experience, where joy becomes a recurring theme, a recurring experience that expands every time you tap back into it. And you will be able to hold this energy and ride through this energy, even as others around you go through cycles of panic and fear. You can use this energy for whatever purpose you wish. As long as you are fully tapped into that vibration, anything that naturally comes to you as your passion will steal your engine, and that energy will ripple out to those around you. The people that like the energy that you emit naturally by doing what you love will be those that can truly co-create with you, whereas those repelled by this higher frequency do not ultimately serve you and can fall back into the periphery until the time that they are ready to ride the waves of joy with you. In the times to come, all of the systems in your society that have been built upon the mind and built upon your fear-based sense of your separation from each other and separation from nature will fall away. And again, when you are attached to those systems, it will be something that causes suffering. But if you detach from those systems and invest your energy in creating new ones, it will be only a time of joy. The issue that leads many people to stay attached to these systems and structures, even though they don't truly value them, they aren't what they truly prefer, and people acknowledge it, is essentially survival fear. And this survival fear is something that will let us continue. This survival fear is an energy that can keep you feeling stuck and separate. That is essentially what fear does. It makes you feel as if you're alone and without resources and without connections, when ultimately you are capable of attracting those things that you need, as this is a very giving and abundant world. So restoring your own vibration of abundance is the greatest key into living in the new world and celebrating the new world. If you do not feel the energy of abundance and instead you feel the energy of scarcity, you have to connect with those you might consider your tribe, those that feel resonant with you, and understand that it is as you create a greater sense of togetherness that you are truly capable of creating the new systems for the new time. So look at perhaps where are you holding on to resistance? Where are you holding on to a sense that you don't deserve the energy and support from others? Where are you holding on to fear, guilt, and shame, as these energies are those that separate you from others? Is this fear that you will not have enough preventing you from doing what you want more than anything else? Is your guilt that you might have done something wrong or falling outside of the trajectory that has been set for you will cause some disruption? Are you holding on to shame that you are not yet enough, that you might not deserve how truly abundant this world is? Integrate those emotions by allowing yourself to get in touch with them and release them and cultivate greater states of love. Know that you cannot do this alone, and that is why we are here and why you have communities, whether they are face-to-face or merely experienced through your digital connections in the moment. Those webs that you generate of support will carry you through. So open yourselves and create the new world rather than waiting for it to arrive. Because if you decide to wait, you will find you might be waiting for a very long time. We thank you again for allowing us to share our message. And now we would like to support you, if you wish, by answering any questions you have and sharing any reflections that may arise together.
Hello, Pleiadian Council. This is Sarah. I have a question kind of about some physical symptoms I'm having right now. I'm just having a lot of tightness, like tightness in my stomach and solar plexus, and kind of, yeah, I just feel this kind of unease, and it's just physically my stomach seems to be holding that unease. And I'm wondering if you have any feedback about the emotional component or energetic component of what's going on in
Which
my
emotions are you struggling to digest?
Oh, well, I would say like guilt and shame have been really big. I find myself wanting to, I guess, the feeling of failing to be able to like find a way to make a living doing what I love, the feeling of kind of shame that I haven't connected with the economic professional side of my humanity, that I continue to really kind of exist in what feels like outside of the main stream in that sense. And I do need to support myself financially. But I feel like something bigger is coming that is gestating through holding more space of expansiveness. But at the same time, I feel the pressure to incarnate myself into a profession, you know, to have an online class that I can teach and to have clients that are consistently coming to practice or to have a community, whatever that would be.
We understand what is exciting for you. We understand your desires.
Yes. Yes.
So do you understand holding the vibration of shame is antithetical to what you are wishing to create?
I do. And I feel like I've been moving through that shame, especially since my housemate moved out, and I can begin to feel the ability to expand through my living, through my house, and feel that I deserve to take up space. And I feel like I've been working on it. I guess I'm just asking for what more can I do?
Why would you feel shame? Why do you feel shame? What is
Well,
there to be ashamed about? Why is it unacceptable to, in a sense, be dependent?
Just do not want to be a burden financially. I really want to feel that I'm contributing, that I'm, you know, that I'm contributing financially so that I'm not like a source of lack for my mother or for my husband, but that I'm actually a source of financial
Are you
abundance.
contributing to them in other ways?
Yes, very much so. Very much so.
And is the energy that you provide of emotional support something that they value and something that they need and something they don't have other sources for?
Absolutely. But at the
And
same
is that
time,
not
yeah.
an energy exchange? Is that energy exchange invalid?
No, that's a valid. I do feel that that's a valid gift, and I do feel that I give a lot of energy and love and hope to the world, you know, in so many ways, through my music, through my live streams. And I also
So
feel like right
you
on
are
the
still
edge.
holding on to an old value system that says
Yeah.
you must provide something other than what you provide. You are still giving into a value system that is not your own. So much as we have said before, you tune into the collective energy and you make that your own. You tune into a more collectively held belief system about what it means to be valuable and make that your own when it truly isn't your own. And the feeling of shame is the dissonance between what you really know to be true about yourself on a deeper level and the belief systems that you've adopted clouding your sense of who you are and your sense of what you offer.
Yes, but I do, I shouldn't keep saying, but yes, and I do still want to be able to offer what I offer and receive.
And what we are
money.
saying is nothing against that, because again, you have to understand, if you are offering something to others and you are receiving support for it, it is your livelihood.
Yes.
You have to feel confident, because the frequency of confidence and the frequency of deserving and empowerment is what attracts other people to you. So if you
I
keep
see.
offering something in the core vibration of shame and in the core vibration of not deserving, then those frequencies will be what returns to you. This is a vibrational universe, and what you put out comes back. So you are asking, but you are putting out a vibration that is not deserving. So your work is then putting out a vibration that is deserving and continuing to do what you're doing, because what you're doing is well and good. Otherwise, it would not have brought you to this point. But
Okay.
you need to own your value. And instead of doing that, you are accepting other people, and likely people that don't even see you. You are accepting
Right.
their value of you.
Okay, I think so. Yeah. So I get so that where my point of focus is to just really love all that I've done, love all that I'm doing, love who I am, and not have that be contingent on money right now, because it's almost like what came first, the chicken or the egg? Like I can't expect to succeed and prosper with finances until I feel absolutely loving of my way of being in the world.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. That's been so, so helpful.
Yes, so thanks to you as well.
Hi, Pleiadian Council. May I ask
Hello.
a question?
Yes.
My question is also regarding a stomach. A couple of days ago, I mean, today I'm feeling all right, but a couple of days ago, I had a stomach virus, very strong one, with stomach issues, with vomiting. It was really not a nice experience. And I was wondering, could you tell me what is the reason behind that? What is the energetic reason? Like, because I believe that every illness is a disharmony with nature, and I'm trying the best I can to be in harmony with nature. So I'm really wondering, why did that occur?
Well, yes, it is a disharmony with nature, but it is more so a disharmony with yourself, within yourself. So again, the question is, what emotions are you struggling to digest?
I'm not sure. I was working with unworthiness, with the permission slip that you gave me,
Yes.
and also in that moment during the stomachache. But besides that, maybe uncertainty. Now it's coming
Yes,
in my
yeah.
mind.
And so what do you feel uncertain about?
Uncertain about the future, but deep in myself, I also know that everything will be all right.
Yes.
So it's like a controversy.
So what prevents you from tapping into that deeper well of security? If at some level you know that things will be all right, what distracts you from that?
Again, goes back to unworthiness.
Yes.
Or it could be something else.
You fear that something could go wrong, that in a sense the rug could be pulled out from underneath you at any given moment.
Yes and no, because
All right.
I learned to trust more in nature, to trust more the universe, to trust myself. But maybe not every part within me is trusting that.
Yes. Then ask yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen?
The worst thing,
Yes.
to get the virus, to bankrupt the business.
So to lose health, to lose resources, to lose essentially life force energy.
Yes.
All right. And if that happened, are there not ways to recover? Are there not ways to recover both health and your finances?
There are for sure, but I just haven't
right.
thought. I just try not to put my mind there, so I don't invoke it somehow.
So in your avoidance, you make the fear bigger. By accepting the unpredictable, by accepting that every moment is a gift, that right now, the fact that you have health, the fact that you have wealth, the fact that you have abundance is something to be celebrated. And when you celebrate it in the moment, rather than fearing the loss of it, you are actually gaining more energy. Understand that your depth of awareness into an experience generates energy. Where you focus, energy expands. So as you focus more on the having of things, the appreciation of things, and the savoring of experiences, the more your vibration increases, the more your life force energy increases. By bringing your awareness outside of the present experience, your energy decreases. So paradoxically, your fear of the loss of life force energy is one of the biggest ways you're losing life force energy in recent times.
So this is basically the reason I also got this stomach virus.
Yes, it is worry. Even Chinese medicine connects the stomach with the emotion worry.
Thank you so much. This was very helpful.
And so the remedy for worry is groundedness, is bringing in the earth element, bringing in your appreciation of the physical world around you and allowing it to feed you. And again, expanding your passion expands this earth energy as well. So allowing yourself to feed the fire within and experience appreciation for all of the beauty and pleasure around you can allow you to bring yourself into the moment. You may also want to choose more grounding foods and flavors to help you cultivate a deeper state of peace. And know that, again, your mind is as much your friend as it is your foe. And when you focus on what you cannot control, the mind automatically becomes a foe. When you focus on what is in your immediate control, your mind knows what it needs to do and can forget about the things that it has no impact on.
Thank you so much.
Yes, so thanks to you as well.
Hello. I would like to ask a question about sensitivity.
All right.
Why some people are more sensitive than others. Like some people are so sensitive that they become very fast overwhelmed when they are together with a crowd of people. And could you please talk as well about this notion of the aspect of having to protect oneself or not towards outside energies? Thank you.
First of all, sensitivity is a gift. And your sensitivity increases the more you expand your awareness. The more that you deepen into presence, deepen into awareness of all that you are experiencing and how all of your actions and all external stimuli affect you, the more sensitive you will become. So by engaging in permission slips and practices that allow you to expand your awareness, to activate your passion and act upon it, to experience alternative states of consciousness, you will increase your sensitivity. So some people naturally come in more sensitive. They don't go through as many of the levels of conditioning that disconnect people with sensitivity. People who are extremely insensitive are that way because they have accepted layers of conditioning and not questioned them. You are all conditioned to live from your mind and do the things that you are supposed to do, regardless of how you feel about them. And undoing this conditioning unlocks greater sensitivity. Your sensitivity is then there to steer you in the right direction. Things that give you strange feelings, that give you bad vibes, will steer you away and onto the right course. Whereas things that excite you and lift you up will steer you onto the right course. Of course, there are also layers to this that do involve when there are traumas and beliefs developed in those traumas that keep you from actually feeling excitement about the things that genuinely excite you. Instead, those traumas and the beliefs that result from them distort that excitement into fear. And hence, people who do experience great sensitivity also have to question their beliefs and question whether or not their fear responses are there due to their intuition steering them away, or if there is something in the way that is making something that seems scary only scary because of trauma. Now, when people are oversensitive, that is usually because they are not honoring themselves. When people feel overwhelmed by environments, oftentimes it is because they're not in the right place. Your sensitivity should guide you to experience greater depths of pleasure and connection in the world around you. When instead your sensitivity creates a field of dissonance, it means that you are not a vibrational match to the world around you. You are not a vibrational match to the connections and environments you are choosing. But instead, you choose them anyway. So you have to learn that your intuition is guiding you always. And when you are uncomfortable, that is your intuition saying, either there is a belief here distorting my experience of this situation, or this situation is genuinely not right for me. Usually it is actually a bit of both, as in there are ways to work with your beliefs to make things that are inevitable more comfortable. For example, you all have to go to the grocery store sometimes, and that in and of itself is not the highest vibration experience. Of course, some of you then choose instead to go to the farmer's market or to grow your own food because your sensitivity guides you away from those experiences and into things that resonate more. Yet someday you will still find yourself in the grocery store. So you may not enjoy that, but you can change your beliefs about it. You can find things you appreciate about it. You can, if nothing about it is exciting at all, which of course some aspect will be, you can at least appreciate the observation of it. Step into the observer mode, observe your experience and observe this seemingly strange world that may not completely resonate with you. And when you step into that observation mode, you can become more aware of your sensitivity. You can feel why things rub you the wrong way when you create a greater distance from yourself and the experience you're having.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't feel this overwhelming thing when I'm together with people, but I know many people, oversensitive people around me that I do, and so it's interesting to hear your view on it, and because there's so many ways to be very sensitive, and I've often I hear many people talk about the need to protect oneself from negative energies from others, and I've never really resonated with that. Maybe on some level I do, of course, protect myself, or follow my intuition, not to be in situations or in places, or go away from people where I sense some negative energy that I don't resonate with. But my feeling is that I would rather be able to contain all the energy, as the world outside of me is a reflection of myself. So why creating a wall? So I resonate more with the idea of containing everything.
Yes. And we do agree that in general, this idea is more holistic and more helpful. Aspects of protection that can still have a benefit are using grounding and protective permission slips that ultimately serve to remind you of keeping a clear space. So the protection that serves you is having boundaries, and boundaries are not some sort of invisible field that surrounds you that you can generate just by thinking about. That permission slip does work to an extent, but you need to maintain that actually through your actions and words. So protection really looks like when somebody violates a boundary, when somebody does something that triggers you, you inform them of more positive ways of interacting. When you find that you are engaged with others that don't resonate, you understand that you have the ability to step away, or you understand that you have the ability to maneuver the conversation and the energy dynamic into a place that you prefer. So you cannot simply protect yourself by focusing hard enough internally and expecting others to understand or to respond to that field. People who do this are creating more resistance in their bodies. The true protections must be done with your words and actions, as that is what informs the energy dynamic between people more than anything else.
Wonderful, thank you.
Yes, so thanks to you as well.
There are no questions yet on the chat.
All right.
YouTube. So let's see if someone wants to ask a question. Please, Carol, go ahead.
Thank you. Hello, Plaedian Council. Thank you so much for this transmission. I wanted to ask about the project in Hawaii that I'm involved in with the Regen and the Stewardship Fund. And now that we have this new partnership, I'm very curious if you have thoughts and insights about what needs to be revealed to us. What are some next steps in order to synchronize and have this a more cohesive synergy with the group to really make our vision come to fruition. Thank you so much.
What is your vision?
It is a community build that is going to be a contained or sustainable community whereby we are creating an ahupua'a village whereby people can live and commune and return to ancestral wisdoms and steward the land.
All right.
And
Do you have every kind of person on your team that you need? Is the team solid and ready? Is everyone excited to co-create together?
everyone's very excited. There's not enough people yet on the team. It's still very early and it's accelerating very fast. And
so then the best thing to do would be to contact others, to keep generating your own excitement through your contact with the group, and start to bring in new people, share your vision with them, and see if you can create a more complete team.
yes, we have a new partnership with Regen Villages, and we almost don't know yet what we don't know.
Yes, and if you don't know it yet, you don't need to know it yet. So you can accelerate the process through your trust, as trust allows you to feel genuine excitement in the moment. Trust, again, that also all other areas of your life that are exciting for you interweave, as excitement is a holistic energy that connects things that may not seem connected. So the vibration you essentially need is trust and patience. Though again, patience will happen automatically when you are truly following your excitement. So it is not something you necessarily need to cultivate. As long as you are focused on things that engage you, patience is automatic.
Yes, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Plaedian Council.
Yes, thanks to you as well.
Well, I may ask a question if possible.
Yes.
Hello, Great Council. Thank you for everything. It's been a wonderful transmission so far. I'd like to ask a question about, I'm in the process of clearing out certain things within my place, yet I've landed on a old subconscious little blockage about not enoughness. So there's a weird tendency of keeping certain things with the idea that they're potentially worth money of reselling, or which kind of leads me to think of a not enoughness type of thinking. Would there be any kind of help?
What are you perceiving there's not enough of?
It would be, or it feels like it's an idea of monetary value.
All right. Not enough money in order to do a certain thing?
Somewhat, it's as if not wanting to let go of certain, let's say, books because of a perceived financial resale value.
Yet you need space, or you need to move them, or something of this nature.
Yeah.
Have you tried selling them anyway? Listing them and seeing what happens?
Yeah. It's been a while, not necessarily movement. Yeah.
Well, again, acknowledge the abundant nature of the universe. There's always more of what you need. So abundance is, again, the ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it. And when you hold on to the idea of getting the right exchange for every single thing you let go of, you again are blocking that flow. And know, again, the universe in its give and take way, as you let go of things, always opens up the space for new things to arrive. So open up to all that could be.
Awesome. I'll do my best to focus on that.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, I thanks to you as well.
May I ask a question, please? How are you today?
Oh, we are well. Fantastic. You could say.
Well, thank you as always for your generosity in meeting with us and the great blessings that we receive through you.
No, thanks to you as well.
Like the last questioner, I have an inquiry about the process of letting go of material objects, primarily many old letters and photographs and notebooks. And as a writer, I cling to this archive with the attachment to things that are able to function as triggers and as the repository of memory. And I feel weighed down by the weight of this bulk. So my question is, do you have any guidance about how to sift through this volume of ephemera to gracefully claim that which can be of service to me now or in the future, and how to discern that which is just cluttering up my life? And I suspect that this is a question that others may relate to. So thank you. Thank you so much for helping guide me in this process.
Well, first we would say that recognize what is triggered is associations with that object. It is the connections, the experiences, the past versions of yourself that these objects represent. And by having a deep level of acceptance of all that has happened and a deep level of compassion for the past versions of yourself and a deep acknowledgement of the reality that you are a different person now, the sifting and sorting can be a lot easier. As you anchor yourself in your understanding that, again, in every nanosecond even, you're an entirely different person in an entirely new universe, you can tap into the realization that so many of these things don't have very much to do with who you are now. So you can redefine yourself, you can channel a new version of yourself that has no attachment to the idea of the past, recognizing it as very much that, an idea. And as you sift and sort through your relationship to the idea of the past within yourself and go back over these objects, you can truly feel which of them generate a heart fire, which of them make you feel passion when you connect with it, which of them are still exciting to the present moment you versus represent a past version of yourself that you may or may not be interested in. Assess them simply by your intuitive feeling of how you respond in your heart to them in the moment. And sometimes these things that excite your heart may also bring up energies to integrate, whereas things that are not relevant at all will simply either seem boring or only bring up what might feel negative or heavy. So go into this process of shedding energies as a way to make space for more light, more love, more strength within yourself to emerge. And know again that there is nothing that is essentially lost in this process.
Thank you. That is really helpful to hear, and reminds me of our wonderful Marie Kondo. Does it spark joy? And if not, to just bless it and thank it and release it.
Yes.
To further delve into this, I guess part of what I'm asking is, when there are letters and photographs of people who remind me of negative energies or experiences that I prefer to let go of, I feel an obligation to retain them precisely because they are markers that can allow me to embrace these experiences as triggers, and that somehow if I let them go without doing the deep work of investigating all that they have to offer, that somehow I'm cheating.
Well, then the question is, do you truly need the space? Do you truly need to get rid of them?
I can make space to continue carrying this baggage, but my heart is telling me that I will be better served by retaining only the cream of the crop, so to speak, and that if there are triggers needed for my development, that they will arise naturally as needed in other forms. So to clarify perhaps my question, it is having to do with the fear of many years down the road having regret about having released these items before their time.
Yes. Then take a moment to ask your future self, what do they feel about your decision? Are they happier with or without these items?
Thank you. That's really great advice. I really appreciate your wise counsel today.
Follow your own heart. Follow whatever feels most loving for yourself in the present, and understand that your future self will always, hopefully, have that understanding and celebration of what felt most loving to you in the moment. So simply confirm with them to get a clearer read into what is truly the most loving thing to do here and now.
Thank you so much. And I also just wanted to note how grateful I am for you honoring my pronouns, that I use they pronouns. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks to you as well.
Question from YouTube chat from Kali Gal. Can the Pleiadian Council please scan me and suggest supplements or treatments which may help me increase my energy levels? I've been struggling with...
We are happy to do scans, but we can generally only do them when somebody is live and connected with us. But keep on reading. Yes, maybe there's something we can suggest.
Okay. I have been struggling with not being as productive due to low energy.
All right. In general, and we can sense that this will apply to the situation as well. When you are experiencing low energy, first of all, it may mean that you are exhausting yourself. And it also usually means that you are not choosing things that are genuinely the most exciting. Understand that when you are following your passion, it generates fuel. When you are doing something you love, you generate energy from within, and you won't feel as emotionally tired afterwards. Your body still may be physically tired from expending energy, and hopefully it is, because the more physically tired you make yourself, the easier it is for you to sleep deeper. So giving yourself more rest is key, and making sure that you do things that support you in feeling passion, feeling joy, feeling fully engaged in life. To take supplements that boost your energy can help in feeling more energized, but ultimately things that are stimulating in their nature have the give and take effect of giving you energy in the moment, but draining you of energy later. The things that most help creating a balanced energy are plants that you would consider adaptogens. Some of the best in this case being ashwagandha and tulsi.
Yeah. Next question from the chat. Hey, I would love to ask if the Pleiadian Prophecy 2020 Book of Billionaires redistributing all wealth to have free houses, travel, healthcare, and food, all true? And if so, is there a year this could manifest?
The idea of free resources, free housing even, is something that will happen in the highest potential timelines of your future. And the deconstruction of the ways that you call capitalism and consumerism that involve exploitation and the division of wealth are in their downfall now. You are experiencing the negative consequences of them. Again, creating the solutions and the change involve, first of all, sourcing from your community, resonating with the communities that resonate to you, creating new ways of exchange and new value systems, and also standing up in your vote, you could say, for something different, standing up and saying that you do not approve of the ways that things are currently happening. So it is something that you all create by, again, following your passion and coming together to stand up for new ways of doing things and new means of exchange of value. And when will it get to a time when things are simply given and everyone naturally has their basic needs met? Some of this will be phasing in within this decade. You will be at a complete new place with this, again, in the highest potential timelines around the years of 2050 or 2060. And of course, it could take longer. It won't be by those times a complete dissolution of the system you call money, but it will be, in a sense, more set up so that everyone has their basic needs met and no one goes without.
Jennifer White is writing on the chat. Please ask the Pleiadians to cure my funny bone. I'm serious.
All right, well, we cannot do that for you, but we do send you, as you say in your world, good energy. You may want to take supplements for inflammation. You may want to, at an emotional level, investigate what it means to be more flexible with others, with yourself, what it means to adapt to different situations, what it means to adapt to pain itself. And in this sense, it is very symbolic. You call it a funny bone because it does involve being more funny, being more lighthearted, being less serious about things, as again, the serious and rigid attitude leads to inflexibility. And essentially that is what this teaching is about from your physical body. Anything else?
No written questions.
All right.
Hi, Pleiadian Council.
Hello, yes.
May I ask a short follow-up question regarding the stomach thing I had?
Yes.
During the moment when it was the most strong, and I really thought that I'm dying or something like that is happening, somebody touched me on my leg, and I felt like in that moment I stopped thinking that I'm dying, and I felt like really nice feeling I had. I was just wondering what being was that. Thank you.
Well, that is the feeling of connection. It is the feeling of love. Energy moves in two directions, love or fear. Love being connection, integration, fear being separation, disillusion, disconnection. Again, the fundamental nature of this reality is love. Thus, by connecting with others, by establishing kinship with others, by embracing them as part of yourself, you become more akin to source, closer to source, and the energy of love moves through you. Something that bothers you will get worse when you fear negative potentials. when you look at it as a mystery and you love the teaching mystery offers you, then the issue itself will solve. Whenever you create love between individuals or between yourself and aspects of reality, you expand and integrate. And so whenever there is fear, the solution is love, and love is also connection. So if you can connect with someone or something or an outside entity or higher self even, that energy of love will ripple through you and be the antidote for fear.
Thank you so much.
Our thanks to you as well.
My unconditional love to you, Pleiadian Council.
Oh, and our unconditional love to you and to all of you as well.
May I ask a question?
Yes, you may.
Hello, Pleiadian Council. This is Christine.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, I think I have asked you about last time or some times ago about a possible connection to Arcturus or maybe kind of a counterpart, and I was being well, English is not my first language.
That is all right. You were doing perfect.
Thanks. I was being encouraged by a Yael being to research or search inside if there's something to it. And I think last week I had contact I was in kind of a meditative state or in a light trance. And well, I think I have had contact. There was a being and she was female and she was in a craft, and I saw her from within, actually, or it was like a merging, like her head and my head were merged, and also in their movements synced. And I had the feeling that she was like also in a meditative state, and that her head would do the same movements, and I perceived her having a physical body. I don't know if it's true or not, and it was kind of with a lilac skin and also with a very elongated head. And before I had these images, I saw a light in front of me, and I had the feeling it might be Arcturus, it might be a star. And then I had this whatever this was, this impression of this being merging with me. And at some point I also allowed her to move my body, and the whole time I felt very neutral and just observant. And I am curious if you can tell me something about this. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on establishing contact with your Acturian guide. This guide, in a sense, stepped into your body, meaning that you were having an experience of channeling. And this guide can be invited in your body. You can remember that image of her body superimposed upon your body and vice versa. Your connection in the now moment and what that feels like in your body. You can continue to invite this connection in. This can be something that you do solely for the purpose of meditation or gaining information. You can do it to do healing sessions with touch, sound, light, and vibration. If you wish, that is an invitation that this guide is offering you.
Oh, that's so great, because yes, I would love this. I would love this. And also the Yael being was pointing in this direction and was telling me they love to work with sound.
Yes.
And I am a musician, and also I'm very, very interested in healing. And yes, I think this is really something for me. And I have one other question. I don't know if you could give me a name or something, because or how can I
ask
relate?
the being themselves for a name. understand as well that beings do not have names in their realities. So the name that they give you is a permission slip that works in your reality for your own purposes of deepening in connection with them. So the name can be whatever naturally resonates for you and for this being. So find the name through your own relationship with the being.
All right. Thank you very, very much. Many
So thanks
blessings.
to you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So Jennifer White, no, sorry, first, Emily, can I ask what feedback Pleiadian Council have on my new funnel?
Is it exciting for you? Is it fun? Does it feel authentic? Remember, those are the key aspects in it. So if you are enjoying it, then celebrate it. And if there are ways that you can bring more of yourself in it, more of your own passion into it, then also work with that energy as well. Remember, it's an experience of trial and error. So continue to expand upon what excites you and get clear with aspects of it that may not seem to be working for you.
Okay, and one more from Jennifer White.
Yes.
Hello again. Can I please ask, why am I being drawn to Mount Shasta?
It is an energy vortex. They're energies from the galactic center pour through your reality. It is akin to what you may know as a crown chakra for your planet, meaning it connects with the higher spiritual centers. It grounds energy into the planet and sends it through the Earth grid. You can feel on the top of the mountain a funnel-like shape that allows energy to pour into the Earth activation grid, and the area surrounding it is in the auric field of that funnel. There you can experience great activations of your higher chakras and your multidimensional abilities. It can awaken psychic gifts, and it can connect you with many individuals that assist you on your path, and you assist them on their path through the resonance it creates. Know that it is also a place that might, in that sense, be ungrounding. So the work that you do to earth yourself while there is very important, making sure that you connect with trees with your feet against the earth, and don't let yourself get caught in any energetic whirlwinds, so to speak. Any other questions?
I have a question, if it's okay. So last week I experienced seeing a blue light in the sky, very strong light during the day. And I noticed it and acknowledged it, and then it started to flash at me. And I became very emotional, and then it went away. So can you possibly help me understand or give me some insights about that experience? Thank you.
That was a contact experience. You were being visited by a ship that was transmitting to you an energy that in turn catalyzed that process. So consider it a sign that we are supporting you.
Thank you. Thank you,
We are
Plaedian.
witnessing you. We are observing your intention to connect with us and your own higher self. And it was a symbol that the work you are doing is effective. So continue on the path.
Thank you. So much gratitude. Thank you.
Thanks to you as well.
I have been feeling very yeah, lots of high energy states lately.
Yes.
And I don't remember, I think it was yesterday I was driving and this thought came about visualizing, connecting with some of you, and it felt closer than, or it felt close, and yeah, it really warmed my heart. And is there anything else I can do other than expressing my wish internally to connect?
Follow your passion, yes. And you can continue connect in those meditative states. You can even guide other people to establish that contact if they would like to. Remembering the different meditations that you have gone on and letting people know it is as simple as having that intention and connecting with their inner reality as seeming extraterrestrials connect inside of your own world of experience.
Thank you.
Thanks to you as well. Again, know that all of you are just as much ambassadors as we are. You are introducing your world to something that so many have yet to discover, embrace, or make peace with. So by integrating the experiences that you have of contact and sharing them with those individuals that you feel to be ready, you are expanding the field of contact and increasing the probability of contact. You are all needed on the ground to accelerate this process by sharing the experiences that have been real for you and the ways that they have transformed you.
Una has a question. How do I know if I'm connecting with somebody in the astral or I'm just imagining it?
The astral is generated out of imagination. Your imagination is the way that you experience it. Now, you can distort it by projecting images upon what you perceive with your mind. You can allow your beliefs to distort these images and generate something that simply is reflective of what you prefer rather than what comes naturally to you. So the deepest experiences you have on these astral planes involve simply what comes intuitively to you in the moment, images that arise spontaneously when you connect with yourself in deeper ways and fully invest yourself in your imagination. Know that you can and should, to certain degrees, connect with your field of projections, as that helps you to understand what your deepest desires are. And when you are aware of your deepest desires and the astral reality that they generate, you can come to understand when you are imposing your preferred reality onto the astral plane of what is. which is essentially what you are intending to connect with.
Oh, she just wrote, it's feelings, not images.
Feelings, all right. Then connect deeper with these feelings. Know that, again, your feelings are reflective of you. Your feelings inform you of your own beliefs and preferences and needs. Your feelings are not there to show you other people. Their own connection with their feelings shows them who they are. And the field of relationship generated when you connect is something that you can both intuitively feel in your own process and get to understand again in your own ways how you feel about the other, what you may project upon the other, and what may be projected upon you from the other. It is with clear communication that you can truly get to reality. Though many of you, again, attempt to figure out reality only through your internal experience, which you aren't at that point of evolution, unfortunately, while many continue to try.
Jennifer White. My brother is paraplegic on one side of his body from a stroke he had years ago. Please advise on what he should do.
Finding ways that he can still follow his passion, things that engage him, forms of entertainment that excite him, connections that can be made online perhaps that excite him, things that truly fill him with joy. Know that joy is the medicine and the remedy for all challenges. So if he can incorporate joy in his life, it will give his life more meaning, allow him to be in a more resonant state, and experience a greater reality for himself and for all. All right, we have the space for one final question, so make it a relevant, most exciting one.
I can try to bring one the most exciting question.
All right.
Would you have a series of permission slips to have our minds focus on accessing the greatest joy each and every day to the degree that we can possibly do it?
When you wake up, imagine the entire flow of your day. Imagine all of the things that you will do, or all of the people that you might interact with. Notice as you go through what you are about to do, which aspects of the day excite you the most. And notice which of them might not feel that relevant. If you can shift more of your time into doing the things that are exciting for you, then we encourage you to do that. Weed away the habitual actions or activities that really wear you down. Imagine as well, out of everything you could do, what would be the most exciting? If there are missing components, what would life be like if they were no longer missing? Allow that to give you perhaps a sense of ways that you can channel passion into generating more opportunity, filling in some of those missing components and connections, and co-creating new experiences with others. If none of that works, then a third thing you can do is to imagine the moments that you felt the most joy and the most passion already, and go inside to your internal experience to recultivate the way that that feeling of passion felt in your body. Where did it land? Where did it activate? What sensation flowed through your body in those moments of your greatest passion? By tapping back into that sensation in the field itself of excitement in your body, you'll be naturally more predisposed to do things that amplify that feeling.
Great, thanks. Thank you. That was amazing.
Thanks to you as well. All right, then, and we encourage all of you to now come inside of yourselves for a final meditation. We encourage you, if you can, to do this meditation standing up. Stand up with your feet parallel and your spine tall, closing your eyes, your arms relaxed at the side. Picture the roots of light growing down from the base of your spine and your feet, down into the earth, mixing with all the elements of other plants, minerals, and layers of water and lava, and all other elements of the earth, until those roots go down to the iron solid core crystal of the earth and pull up its resonant energy, pull up its vibration. Feel that vibration moving through all of these layers and all of these elements into your body. The deep energy that can rise up and vibrate every part of your body with that same core magnetic frequency of the earth. Feel it coming all the way to the top of your head and filling your whole being with light. And then imagine energy from the center of your galaxy or the great central sun pouring into your body. Immense light that comes down through many layers of stars, billions of light years away, entering your crown and pouring also through your sun. Light of many shades flowing through your crown chakra and flowing through your entire body, all the way down to your toes and mixing with this earth energy. Now with an inhalation, we invite you to raise your arms up slowly, visualizing a wave of energy at the level of your hands that travels as you slowly move this wave of energy up your body and above your head. And then slowly lower your arms down and picture that wave of energy falling down with you. You can sync this movement with your breath if you wish, but there is no essential need to. Picture the wave of energy moving up again, raising your hands up above your head. And slowly lowering your hands again, seeing the wave go all the way back down. You can imagine this wave like waves of the ocean crashing over you, rising up and pulling back down. You can stop the movement of your hands whenever you would like. And now picture that current, that wave, moving up from your feet through your entire body to the top of your head, and moving back down all the way through your body. Continue picturing it go up and down at your own pace. And now start to experience this wave as a sort of scanning device. As the wave passes certain parts of your body where there may be tight stuckness or sensation, simply note them. Allow them to become a marker on the map of your body that you generate, visually picturing all of these points on your body as the wave continues to move up and down. As you notice these different points, allow a web to form, connecting all of them together. Feel all of these points as interconnected. And as the wave continues to pass up and down, feel any energy that may be stuck or stagnant in these points, pulled out through the web, pulled out with the wave. At the bottom, some of the energy dissipates into the earth. As the wave moves up, some of that energy lifts up out of your body, back into the cosmos. Observe the thoughts that take place as this wave continues to move. The thoughts may be indicative of what beliefs may be deeper beneath this. Don't allow yourself to fixate upon the thoughts for now, though. Simply observe the sensation and continue to picture this wave of light moving, clearing, discarding the clutter. The more you deepen into this awareness, whatever blockages may be there, simply tune back into the light of your own higher self. Often these blockages will clear. By creating that field of connection, you open to the field of love. Remember again, love is all that is, and love is your experience of connection. You deepen into love when you generate connection. Know there is no such thing as an isolated phenomenon, as every part of all that is connected to every other. So in your body, this map is telling a story of your psyche. Use your connection with your body as a guide, as a teacher. Know that your body is always and only cooperating with you. Invite in a final powerful wave of light. And imagine now that your whole body glows. Your whole body vibrates. You can return to this field and this state whenever you like. Knowing and trusting in your greater connection, your greater power, You are love, and all of Source's power is your own power. So we thank you for allowing yourself to experience this transmission, to integrate these energies, and to live them as your experience, sharing them with others to support your world in this grand evolutionary process. We thank you for making it a reality. We thank you for allowing our assistance to be expressed. Our love is with you, and I wish you a pleasant rest of your day. Hi, everyone.
Welcome back.
Hey,
Thank you. That was awesome.
it's so great that they end each time with a guided meditation now.
Yeah,
Oh,
fun,
and
right?
it was so powerful.
Yeah, you guys like the meditation?
Yes.
How did you experience it?
Oh, it's still working.
Oh, good.
And I could understand or feel more of the connection that we are that everything is connected, and it was through grids and the scanning, and everything felt so. Yes, I could grasp it more. Yeah, it was powerful.
Amazing. So happy to hear that.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Appreciate it. Thank
It was
you.
amazing experience. Thank you.
You're welcome. So great to see you all and share this with you again. Reminder, next week, Friday, will be a private session again, and you can register that through emailing me. And channeling course in October, and private sessions are available, and that's all my plugs. So yeah, thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next Thursday on YouTube.
Gratitude. Okay.
Thank you, Dante. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
Hey,
Sure.
thank you
I can
for
stop
all your
whenever.
questions and this amazing channeling, you know? It's really cool, and there's a lot to integrate.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thanks for the good questions. It all felt like a thematic build today. Like all of them were interrelated and getting in touch with the ways that we can build a new world and be more secure in ourselves, and also really let go of the things that don't serve.
Yeah. And we can still contact you on Facebook and on your website.
Oh yeah, you can do that too. Facebook is Dante Shante for now. And yeah, I do respond to Messenger. I respond to everything. Email, Messenger, whatever have you. Okay. It all seems quiet. I don't know. Today is like this weird day. It feels very spacious. I don't know if anyone else feels that. Like thing in the air of like floatiness, spaciousness. Kind of.
Well, hey, better that than construction happening outside. I'm dealing with the drills happening behind the apartment, so it's like this feels so much better than that. But yeah, it feels floaty, huh?
Yeah. But I guess I'm normally a bit floaty.
That's quite awesome. It's chill.
Alrighty. And also, if you guys benefit from the donations, are really appreciated and help me continue to do this for free every week. So That's all in the YouTube box at the top of the comments. Anyway, guess it's time to sign off. So thanks again. Much love. Peace, blessings, and catch you next time.
Have a terrific day,
Much
man.
love.
Thank you.
Bye.
Much love.
Thank you. Bye.
Love to all.